Welcome everybody to another explosive episode of the LunarBlades Wrestling Federation. Your favorite announcer here, Jack Human, along with my broadcast partner,
the greatest announcer to ever exist, Blaze Garlemald.
I wouldn't say greatest to ever exist. Like, there's been a lot of great announcers, like that guy with the cowboy hat teamed up with the guy with the crown, you know? The one was always the good guy, the other one was always the bad guy. It was hilarious.
You mean like I'm the bad guy? Not only am I the bad guy, I'm the bad guy in space.
Well, I certainly don't think that you're a bad guy, you know? Like one of my closest friends, and I just realized what I said, and that's kind of sad.
That is very sad.
Yeah.
I guess I need to double up with the shovel duty.
It's you don't have to double up with it. Mr. Shovel does his duty very well. Just
Not
once. It's my doctor said if I lose any more brain cells, I will be legally mentally handicapped. So we're good. We're good.
Yeah, you're gonna check. That's always good, right?
I'll what?
A check. You know, source of income. Maybe
Well,
buy a pair of pants.
Have a source of income, and I find the lack of pants to be very. Listen, if I wear pants, it starts to sweat down there, and things start to smell. Okay, this breezes me out. It breezes me out.
Think about this. If you become legally handicapped, you know, they can't give you any more restraining orders for not wearing pants. You'll just be normal. How about that?
Tell Mr. Shovel to come over at least twice a night from now on. Anyway, we have a great episode, everybody. Free will kill me. The doctor told me that. We have a great episode tonight. We're going to start off tonight with Andrew versus our LunarBlades Women's Champion, Nokumis, in a non-title match.
Oh, yeah, the champion.
Nokumis, of course, winning the belt in a ladder match when both her and Azalea were number one contenders.
And that was a great match as well.
Even with the technical difficulties, I can't believe our screens just froze up like that. That was, you know, the action was going on. The action was still going. It was. And we're completely talking over each other as usual.
Yeah, well.
Andrew making her way to the ring.
Talk over yourself, you fool.
Well, it might be the legally handicapped part setting in, but Andrew making her way to the ring. She must be excited to be taking on the LunarBlades Women's Champion. This promises to be a hell of a match.
I don't think she knows what she's getting into. I think Nokumis is going to tear her a new one.
Well, it's a very good possibility, but Andrew is a fighter, a very fierce one at that. We haven't seen much action from her, so tonight should be extremely promising.
I guess she is rated #1 in the Wrestling League magazine for some reason, even though she hasn't fought very often, which is strange. Do you see that belt, Jack?
Well, of course I do.
That belt was involved in some photography that a Lala gave me. It was rated R.
Rated R for like rated intense R. Language?
No, sir, and I'm not talking about pirates either.
So it would be rated R.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah. R, you get it? That's what pirates say. R.
That's why I said not like a pirate. I knew you to go there.
And these two shaking hands before the match.
Guess it'll be an honorable match tonight. Till somebody gets their head busted.
Well, you must be a little bit disappointed by that. I know how much you enjoy the extreme violence.
Well, you can honorably whip somebody's ass. There's nothing wrong with that.
At what?
No hard feelings. Get him upside the head with a shovel. That's what I do to you.
But is that really honorably kicking somebody's ass? Sucker punching them with a shovel?
Well, yeah. Technically, how do you punch someone with a shovel anyway? Come on.
Well, you know, it's a term, you know, like a sucker punch, like a sucker shovel.
Perhaps they knew it was coming. Therefore, it's not a wow. Did you see that counter a while ago?
Yes, it's been some back and forth action thus far. Both of them seem to be really knowing each other's moves.
Somebody's been watching the tapes. They're not the tapes I've been watching either.
Oh. You still watch tapes, eh?
Why, yes, I do.
I always have a problem with like, you know, my beta tapes. Every once in a while they'll get caught, and then I gotta like cut them a little bit and then tape them together so really nicely and everything. My copy of Harry and the Hendersons has been cut together like 6 times. It literally looks like a DVD that skips.
Seems like you need to get a new beta player off like Aorta Bear or something. There's plenty of them up there for 20 gil right now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh. Well, I'm scared of the Ethernet shopping experience. I heard somebody had a bunch of gil stolen through using their cactus card.
Well, that's the thing. You don't use those cards. You got to use them chocobo cards.
Oh, the chocobo cards.
Yes. I got a gold and a black one, actually.
Oh, wow. Did you get those through the Empire?
Well, of course.
Huh. My credit's so bad that one time I asked to borrow $1 from the bank and I owed him $50. I never even got my $1.
That's not good. That's not good.
Oh my goodness! And you just got planted with a devastating DDT on the outside. Wow!
Well, in the words of a man I know, watching that head hit that ring like that, it just makes me want to say sloppy.
It's the way I think that's a match finisher right there. That was devastating.
Well, we know why she's the champ, I guess.
And you trying to hang on, but after taking that devastating DDT, Nokumis was only able to hold her down for a 1 count, though. You gotta love that fighting spirit.
That is amazing. But the question is, did she jump up from a pin, or was it just a well-timed spasm? That's the real question.
It's always a possibility. Like that devastating DDT on the outside would. Andrew's got to be on Dream Street right now. I think she's just going out of instinct at this moment. And I have no clue what Nokumis just did there, but it just planted Andrew for a 2 3/4 count.
Well placed right on the emblem too. Pretty much the whole time. That was amazing.
Nokumis hitting a drop kick off the top rope. She's hitting a lot of high flying moves tonight. Maybe she was inspired by her ladder match to add more high flying moves to her arsenal.
Or maybe she was really a high flyer anyway, which would explain the ladder match. That dirty, dirty girl. I mean, stupid video.
You
gotta stop watching them before the matches.
Blaze, you're getting a little flushed over there. Do you have a small crush on Nokumis?
No, I've been drinking before this match. And
wait a second. That smells like Kraken rum. That's Dog's brand of rum. Were you drinking with Dog?
You damn right I was.
I thought that we were supposed to be fair commentators.
We are fair. That was off the clock.
That's not how.
You can't. You separate work from your personal life. Come on now.
Well, I don't have a personal life, you know. When we're done here, I usually just go home and drink until I pass out and watch The Wall.
Well, the Wall is your personal life, then.
It's
The Wall.
My God, I think Nokumis just hit another stunner-like maneuver. I think that's what she did the first time, too. And yeah, that'll finish it. The DDT was the beginning of the end for Anju.
That cameraman, he got a good shot of that. That's going in the LBWF magazine next month. And that match there was provided by a brand new sponsor. You know who that is, Jack?
None other than Azalea Leon on YouTube. Check it out for some Final Fantasy fun.
That's one of my sponsors. Our brand new sponsor. You'll never get this one. It's Cats. And not the... Yeah, see? Cats. Whenever you're having a serious conversation, they're going to be in the background talking about something. Now get that cat out of the stadium. I told you.
Definitely an odd sponsorship you got there, Blaze.
Well, I just take the money. I don't question
it. Are these being approved by anybody, these sponsors that you're getting? Because this season's brought to us by Azalea Leon on YouTube.
I said this match. I didn't say this season.
Well, are you allowed to just do sponsorships on your own?
Didn't you just hear the cat a while ago?
So, yeah, but...
And he was definitely in the audience doing it on cue, right? So evidently this was okay.
Yeah.
Maybe me and one of the owners had a conversation over a drink.
Over
okay.
A drink. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But we're getting reports of happening backstage here. It appears that Raven and Azrael are getting into an altercation.
Raven's been doing a lot of backstage work lately.
He totally devastated Ryan last week. And now he's going after his own brother.
Well, I can't say there's nothing special about this because in the Empire, this is how brothers settle problems all the time.
But we're not in the Empire, unfortunately for you.
Well, you know, certain customs are worldwide, such as punching your brother in the face.
It's just it. Who told you that was a custom?
Custom, you know. Everybody. I guess you don't have any brothers, Jack.
No, I was a single child. I was really lonely growing up, and Raven is just wrecking Azrael.
I don't think he liked that whole getting jumped thing too much.
Well, part of my understanding, we're getting reports that he was looking for Azrael. If it's the same thing as last week, I think he's systematically just taken him apart, and he just nailed his own brother with that fell cleat down on the cement floor. I think Azrael is out of it. That was so he just took
Wow.
out the Delamod champions between last week and this week.
I hope those guys don't have any promotions to, promote, because they're going to be laid up for a little while.
Well, after those two devastating shots, or the devastation that Raven just rained down upon the two, I hope they don't have any toothbrushes, because they're going to be missing their teeth. Raven's just been on just a warpath since last week. That's unreal. I
suppose he's got a list of people he's going after until he gets to the one that got him. You know, I feel like I saw a cinema about this a long time ago. But, yeah, I forget the name of it. Yeah, come to me later.
But next up, we have Lala Land stepping into the ring against the #1 contenders for the Delamod Championships. Even if we have champions anymore.
Well, you better watch out. Lala Land has been pretty much the bane of the rose lately.
Last week
I don't understand how. Go ahead there, Jack.
Last week there they devastated Dr. Octopus. I think Dr. Octopus was getting a little cocky. I'm surprised though.
Well, he didn't expect it. I don't think anybody did. But these little men have been achieving big things lately.
As the #1 contenders make their way down to the ring. These guys, of course, beating out the Rollers of Destruction last week for the #1 contendership.
I wonder if we're going to see an ass whooping tonight.
Well, last week they were lucky enough to take down one row. Now they have to deal with a row and a TO.
I don't know. Last time these two fought, it was just a row that fought, and he pretty much beat up everybody, and that's how they became #1 contenders for the championship. But they better not piss that big guy off.
And this week it sounds like Rin, who is also part of Lala Land, will be stepping in for Joshi. It truly is turning into a Lala Land. There's 4 of them confirmed so far. How many more Lalas are going to be signing up with this group?
It's ridiculous every time I see it. I don't know. I don't know if I should laugh at these guys for the way they're shaking and coming out here or call the hospital.
Well, Rismon certainly does like his trumpet nowadays. He's not even wearing his belt out here.
Really, though, where does a Lala even get a trumpet from?
Well, if you'll please note, the trumpet is just about as tall as him.
Exactly.
Apparently, Red Potato here has been banding all the Lalas together, getting tired of their unfair treatment.
I think they've been coming up short. I wonder whose fault that was.
Well, I don't know, but it might be a little revolution after Cat just knocked Red Potato down onto his ass with a brutal clothesline. And oh my God, did you see the height on that? How is it a little Lala can jump that high?
I don't even know. I think we need a piss test. I really do. Something ain't right.
Looked like Red Potato was trying. Oh my goodness! Tat tried to come off that rope, but a man that size should not fly.
No, he shouldn't.
And there's a little teamwork.
Are you doing this on purpose now?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I think you do. I think you need to show a little professionalism here.
Well, I can't always be professional. Like every once in a while, I have to make it a little professional, just a little banter. You know?
Well,
it's not a small job. Somebody's got to do it.
If your check comes up short, don't be surprised then.
Actually, considering how they're kicking ass, maybe we should kind of keep our mouths shut.
Well, these fans pay to hear great commentary every week. I'm not going to shortchange them of this experience.
Well, you should be careful. You might end up getting a drop kick to the knee.
Well, me being a former Empire soldier, I've been prepared for the day I'd be cut too short to shit for a long time, so when it comes, it comes.
Now, well, maybe we should knock it off with the tiny jokes, because this is no small feat that these Lalas are doing.
Well, technically, when they stomp them, it's plenty of small feet. And they're just dominating these two.
Well, last year they basically kept control all over Dr. Octopus on the 3-on-1. This week they're taking on the #1 contenders. I don't even know what this means. What if Lala Land beats the #1 contenders? Does that make them the #1 contenders?
Well, in certain theories and circles, it could. We'll just have to leave that up to the professionals. I don't make those calls. You know.
And even if so, there's 4 members in the group, and 3 of them are out here. Who would become the #1 contenders? And I just confused myself.
Yeah, see, that's why you don't need to worry about those decisions. We're not that high up on the totem pole. We're a little bit too low to make that decision. So just enjoy the match and talk your commentary.
It's that. Yeah, I'm gonna confuse myself less.
Yeah, less.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just a little confused. Okay, back to the action. But nonetheless, Lala Land has been just impressive this week and last week. Like, I mean, I don't care.
Clearly see. I'm a little surprised about the things they've been doing lately.
Doing a lot of teamwork between Arismont and Red Potato.
Are you sure his name is not Red Potato?
I'm fairly certain it's Potato.
Well, I say potato.
Well, I say Potato.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to call the whole thing off then, aren't we?
Fine. You know what? Maybe someday I'll even write a song about it.
You should.
Yeah, I should.
Bet you could make a little pocket change off of it.
Maybe I'll even throw in a little tomato too.
You mean tomato?
No, tomato.
Well, tomato's actually red. I've never seen a red potato in my life.
Really? Even when you butchered your enemies in a garden?
Well, you know, in most warfare scenarios, you always take out the onions and the potatoes, you know. Common knowledge.
So you do the gardening
Yeah,
before you do battle?
of course. Oh, actually, before you do battle and mid-battle, you have to painstakingly go pick all the onions,
Oh.
all the potatoes, and potatoes, depending on what you want. And then you have to complete the battle.
So do
It's just the way
you
it is.
and your enemy do the gardening first and then you fight to the death? Or
No, just the owner of the garden.
just the...
And you
Oh.
got to be careful not to pick the carrots. They'll kill you.
I hear that they can be quite explosive.
Why, yes.
And Tio just got that devastating superplex to the outside that Lala Land likes to utilize so much.
I can't believe that little Lala got that big man up over and outside like that.
I don't know what Red Potato's doing. I think he's just messing around now.
Seems like they're trying to prove something. Or he's really excited to see that ring post. Those Lala are strange.
Well, you know, normal like us, just with a little less height.
Yeah. Never did that to a ring post before, though.
Wow. You were never drunk and lonely in this arena before, were you?
That is right.
Just so,
No,
you know, no judgment.
Hey,
No judgment.
I'm not judging. Not till I see it for myself. Then I'm judging.
Well, then never ever come by the arena Monday nights between the hours of 9 and 10.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Because they're cleaning the arena and they don't want anybody in the arena.
I don't
Anyway,
need
a
that little
reversal on Rismont, the Pompano champion. And my God, the size of Tat's friggin' boot is the size of a Rismont's chest.
Well, I guess it's payback time now.
You would think that that might do it. No, Rin comes in and makes the save.
Those little guys are so quick.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was their speed that gave them the upper hand last week. Because it sure wasn't their strength. It would take 3 of them standing on top of each other's shoulders. Just to hit the height of our, oh my God! And they just sent him flying. These guys are making a habit of throwing Rose around. I think that they're doing it on purpose to prove a point.
I really do think so myself.
No, he isn't. He's got a... Oh my God! Rin, who's still fresh, was just able to lift Tat up into a pile driver.
Now, how did he do that?
Well, maybe you're right about the piss testing.
Yeah, we definitely need a few of those. The question is, on a normal man, a pile driver is a very devastating move, but on a man of such size, imagine all that pressure on his neck.
That's easily got to be like 400, 450 pounds coming down on that neck. I'm surprised he's not dead. I'm surprised we're not calling in the white mages right now.
Well, you know, I think the white mage is on assignment this week, so you get that ass whipping, you better have a potion or a phoenix down.
I just about to say, I wonder if they'll give me a little extra bonus pay if I start to keep a phoenix down. No, then I gotta run through the Temple of the Dead. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Especially me. One time I got to the entrance of the Palace of the Down, then I realized that there's a hot dog cart in the same area. So I went to the hot dog cart and had about 16 hot dogs, and they were good.
But they tell me, one time, the last time you actually went down there, you got banned for using flash too much and you weren't a paladin or even a tank class. You care to explain that little story?
My shorts shrunk in the dryer, okay? I didn't know this until all of a sudden the breeze came up. Nobody pointed it out to me or anything until I got down there. It was totally... it wasn't embarrassing at all. I'll have you know that not every woman pointed and laughed. There was that one that, you know, she had a bit of a beard, and, you know, some people would say that she was overweight, but, you know,
I know that lady. She sings in Uda from time to time. She's a nice lady, too. You know, she makes a very good pie. Have you ever had a pie?
No, but now that you mention it, I would love to munch on her pie.
You really should. You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of pie.
Got a great texture to it. It's nice and buttered down and everything.
I could definitely go for some pie munching right now. You wouldn't happen to have a pie, would you? Could I munch on your pie?
Well, I don't have no pie. Why would I have a pie? All I have is Moogle cookies.
You brought a pie. I thought maybe you had a pie that I could munch on.
Well, I don't have it with me.
Oh.
And besides, I do all my pie munching off the clock.
Well,
take my job serious, Jack.
Just want to munch on some pie. Anyway, Lala Land completely owning Tat. Gotta say that these guys are using some excellent teamwork.
It is great for them to be doing, considering they are pretty much outnumbering them. They're taking full advantage of what they have.
This is only the second week that we've seen them, but they seem to be working extremely cohesive as a unit. I don't know what Red Potato did, but he seems to have band them together and made them a force to be reckoned with. And it's time for a little ring-gin spin. He's got it locked in. And that was enough for Tat. He's tapped out. My God, in the center of the ring.
Damn. Damn.
I don't know what happens. I honestly think that they focused on Tat just to weaken him and have him tap out.
Something is amiss with these little guys, and I suspect a little foul play.
I don't think there's any foul play involved. I think that this is just 4 hard workers finally getting some of their due.
They just fought 2 men, chat.
And last week they fought 1. What are they going to do next week? Fight 4? I'm excited to see these guys again.
I can say I'm a little let down, but they are doing great things.
And speaking of great things, we have great things coming up in episode 2. Well, not episode 2, but part 2. Part 2.
That's more likely.
I'm sorry, don't beat me with the shovel yet.
Not till after the main event.
Oh, goody. Oh, no.